Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm super stoked that we got a second to catch up. We're really excited about everything that we're working on together. And I guess just in general, I want to start off with what's the latest, what's been going on in life, and how's everything going?
Yeah, we're doing good. We got the whole family on. We've just been sailing a bunch lately. So we started on the East Coast this year and through the Caribbean, down to Panama, across the Panama Canal. Now we're in the Galapagos, and we have been here for a few weeks now, and heading to the French Polynesia pretty soon. So yeah,
Man,
just living the boat life.
sounds like a blast. I think when we first started chatting with you and your team, it seemed like a perfect fit with the Vital Life team, seeing how you're gonna be living on the boat and super adventurous. How do you think that relationship with water and access is really gonna open up now?
Yeah, I think it's super cool because I have like a pretty basic understanding of desalinators and whatnot, and so I think it's really cool what you guys have made, something simple, I guess, and so that's what I'm really excited about. As you know, the water desalinators now can be pretty complex. we have, we have our one on our starboard side is just having issues every other week, so yeah, it'll be nice to have something that's simple.
I feel like I spend the
Yeah.
majority of time convincing people that I was like, no, it doesn't have to be terrible. It can be a
Yeah.
good device.
Yeah, and it's actually really interesting too because we're here in the Galapagos right now. And we were on Santa Cruz Island yesterday, and we made some friends over there. And the one guy I was talking to, because they live on the point there, and it's pretty interesting. Most of their water is desalinated. They're because there's no aquifers really, so they have half desalination for their house, half brackish water that they use for the toilets and things like that. Um, and he actually had to buy his desalinated water from someone in town who makes it. And I
Oh
was like,
no.
"Damn, that's crazy." And then so I was talking about you guys, I was like, "Oh, there's this really cool little water maker. It's like relatively cheap now for like what they cost." Because he was like, "Yeah, we were looking at it, but they're like 5 grand and all this stuff." I
Yeah.
was like, and so I sent him the link and stuff, and he was all stoked. And but for what they're doing, because they're piped into the brackish water, so they can get that nonstop, you know. So I
Oh man.
assume with your guys' system, something like that for them would be like game changing because, uh, yeah, they'll probably be able to make more than 6 gallons an hour because it's
Yeah.
brackish,
Yeah.
and yeah, so it'd be kind of cool. Anyway, that was like yesterday, so I was like, oh, that's super cool.
I'm super excited to get you guys some products so you can start giving us feedback on what you like and what you hate. I think
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite parts of building a product for everyone is really getting people's feedback. When you've interacted with the Starlink team, did you have similar experience?
I remember when we installed the Starlink on the old boat, I got it in a box and it was just there was no directions. It just was like two pictures of like plug this into here and plug this into here, and that's it.
Dude,
I
I
cracked
literally
me
wrote
up.
those instructions. I for sure was true.
I was laughing. I was like, "This is so good." What other
Oh,
thing do you get that just is just like, "Oh, okay, I get it."
oh man, I feel like you're gonna have a very similar experience. As soon as we get you this hardware.
But yes, I mean, Starlink's just game changing for everything. It's like we laugh about it. We're just like, holy shit. It's just 100 times better than anything before it.
It's I think that this is another thing that I have to kind of explain to people in the industry is like when we designed that product, we designed it for the general consumer with the worst case environments. We're doing that same exact thing with access and trying to understand what are the worst cases that you can take your access unit and what's the worst case environments that it can experience. So like we're testing it to be dropped out of an airplane, right? Like who's gonna drop a water maker out of an airplane? But that's why we're excited
Yeah.
about this partnership because you're out there meeting these different people and having the adventures and hopefully we can start to make a good impact. What is some of the more exciting or sketchy moments you've experienced since being on your travels?
I just think weather sometimes can get pretty scary. Like we were in Panama for like a month and a half, 2 months, and the amount of lightning and stuff down there and thunderstorms that you get are just absolutely terrifying. Like you move from one spot to another overnight, and it's just like lightning striking around the boat, and when you're the only thing with a big stick in the air, like
Oh
for a
man.
100 miles around, you're like, oh my gosh, this is not
Oh,
good.
Actually, I did dragon recovery. I don't remember if we talked about this or not, but I did a bunch of recovery operations for early day dragon missions. I remember some of the more impactful moments were literally just standing on the bow of the boat, looking up at the Milky Way and be like, wow, I am the only person out in the middle of nowhere. It's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah. So when you do the big ocean crossings, it's so rad. And it's crazy. Yeah, I always trip out when you're like the one we're about to do to Marquesas is like 3,100 miles or something. But like, I mean, you're sailing for days and days and days, and it's just nothing but water. Or like, it's just it. You don't. I guess you don't realize how big it is. You know, how much it is. Like it's
Sur-
pretty crazy how vast.
Surrounded by all this water, but none of it is drinkable. So how,
Yeah.
I think that's like a good segue into how do you see access or some of these or the access product changing how you travel, how you get access to water in general.
I think one thing that would be really cool to, because I've been thinking about how we'd implement it into our systems, I guess. And one, it'll become like a water maker that we'd use on the dock. So like, because sometimes if we're on the dock for a little bit in another country, we use dock water to fill the tanks up, rather than making water in the harbor, which is never really good for the membranes, with oil and stuff. But so yeah, but I was thinking it'd be pretty interesting to. I think that would be a huge one for us, because some countries obviously is not good water to drink off the tap. And we're drinking the water that's on the boat and showering and everything in it. So I think that'll be a really cool one for us to be able to make it through that. Because right now, you know, our desalinators can only work from just ocean water straight up in, and so we only run them when we're really in clean water and out. But yeah, to have something that can do both, to desalinate when we need it, and then do the dock water stuff, the kind of, I guess, simpler stuff for that machine.
I'm super excited to get you guys some products so you can start giving us feedback on what you like and what you hate. I think
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite parts of building a product for everyone is really getting people's feedback. That's why we're
yeah.
excited about this partnership, because you're out there sailing the world, taking it into these extreme environments where you know the seas are quite dangerous, and we want to get your feedback. We want you to tell us what you love or what you hate about it. So we're super excited to get you some hardware.
Sick. Yeah, no, we're definitely. I'm super excited to get it. Um, I have a question. Uh, Based on your guys' knowledge so far with the desalinators and stuff, a common one that I hear consistently with desal water is that it doesn't have minerals in it. But
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe somewhat, because ocean water is, I mean, 32,000 ppm, right? And then when you're desalinating, you're bringing it down to 300, or what is your guys bring down to?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and it's also another fun one that I have to argue with people with quite a bit. The fun thing about our product is it's actively sensing the water that it's cleaning and then adjusting the pressures accordingly. So you're 100% correct. In like 32,000 ppm water, you're sub 300 with your permeate or your clean water. But in the fresh water, what we do is the system will automatically adjust. It'll recognize, hey, I'm cleaning fresh or brackish water. It'll
Ah, cool.
change it'll change the recovery rate. So you're pushing more water through the membrane, so your mineral content is much higher. So a lot of people are like,
Oh, that's
oh yeah.
interesting.
So this is a problem with traditional systems. They're like set for ocean water specifically, and then it just runs at that recovery rate, and you're always getting that super high filtration. Our system will literally drop it down. It'll understand, hey, this is fresh water, push more water through the system, and then you'll have much higher minerals that are passing through the membrane. So for fresh water, we were actually just talking about this morning. You usually see it in the like 80 to 100 ppm total dissolved solids. Brackish water somewhere in the like 100 150 ppm, depending on how salty the water is. So yeah, I think this water tastes delicious. I drink it every day, which is super fun.
But and that's what, like, I mean, obviously that's just parts per million, so that's just particles in the water. It's not necessarily like it's hard to specify what that is, I guess, but there
Sure.
are minerals passing through even in the ocean water, right?
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you get a number of different minerals that get through the system, and that's why we actually have our UV light on the backside as that belt and suspenders to make sure that anything that is passing through is at least sterile.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to get Montezuma's revenge. That would be a tough
No,
time.
no. And then what about for the system? I was curious on this one. Sorry, I just have a question.
No, go ahead. This is fun.
Yeah, no, but so one of the in the past, one of the filters that we used to travel with was like it's like an RO filter with a bunch of different other filters in it. Really good set of filters. But it just ran off water pressure. So what if you do have really high water pressure? Would the pump slow way down because it doesn't need to use it?
Yeah, so the system will recognize how much pressure is coming in, and it'll adjust the pressure accordingly, but the inlet pressure from any type of miscible or source water is not going to be high enough to
Push it through the membranes.
Yeah.
So
it'll be like,
always gonna have to help it.
exactly. So there'll be pressure assist, but the system will operate the same as if it was operating in the open ocean or in a lake or something like that.
Yeah, oh, that's super cool. Yeah, because some of the countries we've gone were like, I think it was like El Salvador was the worst because we traveled with little water meter too because we had filtered the tap water a lot of the time. But El Salvador was like 3,800 ppm in the tap water. Yeah, like that's by far the worst we saw. And I was like, whoa, this is like, I don't even want to shower in this.
Wait, help me understand a little bit. What is this? So you're like, hey, I'm traveling around the world. I don't know if this water's safe to drink. So you have like a current filter, and you're like, this thing is just painful to use, or help me understand a little bit.
No, so it's just it was like an RF filter. It was just bulky, I guess, and we traveled with it in a case. So it was like an RF filter with some remineralizing stuff in it. Constantly changing out filters, things like that. And just, I guess, the same pains you have with a normal, like under the sink RO filter, you definitely cannot filter saltwater.
That's a big unlock, right? Is just opening up all the different
Water,
types of
just right. Just if it's water, you just filter it.
That's kind of the mission. So we've always thought of it as I mean, as you know, 70% of Earth's surface is water, 96.5% of that being ocean water. Like, people should be able to drink that. Like, why is this resource not tapped yet? Seems crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and it's like where we were yesterday was a really big one to me that stuck out. Like on a place like, yeah, you have to go buy your water from someone with a desalinator, with a proper desalinator, and they sell water. Like because the water is just not available. There's no aquifers. There's no minimal water catchment because the islands are pretty dry. And so to have something like that for your own home would just be a huge unlock because it simplifies everything.
I wanted to just take a step back and really ask what you thought, or like what made you excited about partnering with us and Vital Lyfe, and how you see that relationship growing and why it's the right fit.
I think for me it was a really cool fit because of obviously one of what we're doing. We're living on a boat and our life is built around desalinating water. So like I said, I have a pretty basic understanding of desal units, and as you've heard from most people, that they are complex, constant maintenance, things like that. They're good. They're great. It's cool. That's great that we can do it, but to have something that's simple. And I think working with you guys, or working just with a team that's like excited to build something new, simple, cool. And like we talked about, like I've had experience with traveling around with an RO filter, and I've had experience with desal units. And so when you can put everything into one unit, and I think that's a really fun thing, and I dig when people are doing stuff like that. So I'm stoked to be a part of it.
Super hyped. What I wanted to ask a real quick question because I know you're out traveling and having a good time. What's been the best surf spots?
We got some pretty fun waves in Panama. I was surprising for me, I guess. I knew there was good waves there, but we spent more time than I thought we were going to spend there, and so I was like, we surfed every single day, so it was epic.
I love that. We're getting super close here to getting the factory up and running. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but
sick. That's cool.
Pretty much what you're looking at right here is our main assembly line. So every single component on the device has been designed to be integrated in under 30 seconds. So what we always say what we always say here is the factory has a beating heart. That beating heart goes on 30-second intervals. So every single step on the manufacturing line happens in 30 seconds. So we're hoping to fire this up over the next 3 or 4 weeks, which is gonna be super exciting.
That's crazy. And what's your like? So what do you see as like your guys like 5-year goals? Like, is it like in this one product, or is it building bigger ones or smaller ones or more power efficient? Like, where do you want to go with it?
Yeah. So our main focus right now is getting access launched, because we got to get people like yourself some access to clean water.
Yeah.
We have some really exciting next projects that I can't quite announce yet, but we'll be definitely bringing you in to check out. You're gonna get super excited. The future is crazy bright. I mean, the point of the company is to make a meaningful impact in the number of people that have access to reliable drinking water. So
Yep.
you can't do that with a single product. There's got to be a number of different product categories in order to make that impact.
Mhm.
So yeah, I want to get
That's
your feedback
exciting.
on the next product too, because you're gonna be
Yeah.
super stoked about it.
I'm psyched. Yeah, I love what you guys are doing. I think it's so fun. It's super cool.
Factory here will be able to build more desal devices over the course of a month than currently exist. So we're bringing this we're bringing this at a scale that is
That's
unheard of.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then because all the units are, so they have a battery built into them, right?
Yep.
And then can you ship them with the battery? Is the battery small enough to be shipped properly?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
super
So
cool.
integrated battery, we have all of our UL certs for that and be able to ship that internationally. And then the fun thing, that the feedback that we've got from people like yourself living on boats was, you got to be able to run on varying different energy sources. Actually, exactly what you
Yeah.
just talked about with Starlink, right? Like that,
Yeah.
this is an experience that we had on Starlink that we brought to Vital Life. So AC, DC, solar, we say clean or dirty energy, whatever you're using, we can power the device with it.
That's super cool. Yeah, that's exciting. And so you guys are gonna make it so it'll just accept whatever you put into it, pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, man.
That's
Got to make
super
this as make it as user friendly as possible and as many use cases as possible for everyone.
And then the main member. So you guys aren't doing pre-filters, huh? Just straight to the membranes.
Yep.
That's yeah.
The idea is make the membrane affordable and easy to exchange, right? So like,
Yep.
if you're spending, I don't know, what does a pre-filter cost, like 15, $20? Like the membrane should just cost that. Just throw the membrane away, like save
Yeah.
the capital cost.
And
But
the membrane just pops in and out, huh?
yep, just a quick screw, you're back partying in 5-10 seconds.
That's cool. That's super cool.
Actually, I'm excited to get your feedback, because the team has a lot of conversations around like, what color should the light be? How do we communicate with the customer? And as you were just saying about the Starlink or the Starlink install instructions, I'm not the best at doing work instructions, so getting your feedback might be good for the team.
Yeah. No, I thought the Starlink instructions were like as good as it can be. Like, I had a good laugh at it. I was like, okay, yeah, that's. I guess they plugged something in.
It's just easy.
Yeah.
What we always say around the office is we designed for Terry. Terry's my mom, love her to death, but she's not the most sophisticated user. So if she can do it, anyone can.
That's cool. Yeah. Will you make it too so that you won't like for us on the boat, we probably don't need the internal battery in it. Then would you be able to wire it straight to DC if you could?
I mean, you can just plug it in and it'll bypass the
Oh.
battery. Yeah. So
Yeah, got it. I see.
Same.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And it's just a barrel jack, so it's super easy for anyone to to wire it out themselves if they want.
Yeah.
I don't recommend that, but
Yeah. That won't be in the instructions.
no. Yeah, man. I don't know when the next time you're in LA is, but we can get you come by the office, and if not, we'll be able to get you some hardware here, hopefully within the next month or so.
Yeah, I'm excited. That would be super cool. I can't wait.
What's your schedule look like? Maybe I want to come out and join. Show up on the
We
island.
can do some product testing out here. We're going to French Polynesia next, and we'll be there for a couple months.
I'm probably the worst surfer on earth, so I'm probably the only kid that almost drowned in junior lifeguards.
I'm sure once I see it in person, I'll be have a lot of about 1 million questions. But I'm excited to use it. I've been geeking out on the website a little bit, and so I can't wait.
Feedback always welcome, so let us know.
Cool, awesome.
Sweet, dude. Well, appreciate your time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your trip, and we'll get you some hardware here shortly.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Cheers, man.
Yeah, bye.